Are we rolling?
Yep, we are.
Beautiful.
That's a vibe.
Here we are. Another episode. LDP's podcast. Today I am here with...
Dario Del Priori, the brother of everything LDP, baby.
This is my bro. We are here, back for another episode. Today's episode is going to be strictly us literally just spitting free game and wisdom as to how we feel right now in the position that we're in. I'm literally going to give you guys a sneak peek into my life. I'm going to dumb down everything that me and my brother are embarking. I'm basically going to break down our journey that we're going to embark in going forward in the next couple months and what we plan on doing. And we are essentially manifesting it on this podcast in itself as to how big me and my brother are going to become in the very near and dear future. It's not unrealistic at all, the goals and the bar that we are setting, because we have people around us showing us the way, guiding us, that have, made it in this space that we're trying to create in. And I know we could do it. And I know that if you really, sitting at home, committed yourself to what you wanted to do, you could get it too. You could get it 100%. So you want to just kind of give a rundown of how we're feeling and everything that happened?
Yeah, 100%.
So just recently we had a friend come in and kind of shed some light on how important it is to learn how to work for yourself and how quickly your life can change if you learn that you need to be willing to literally die for whatever you're sacrificing for, whether it's a shoe business, a clothing business, a landscaping business, a construction business, I don't care what it is. Anything that you're starting up, that you're getting into fresh, you literally need to be willing to put everything on the line for that and just be a risk taker. I know it sounds corny. I know it's corny because you hear this stuff on TikTok and it's like, crazy, yeah. Oh, that's whatever. That's just a statement that you could throw around to any conversation. You're wrong. You're wrong. Get on this app, okay, and weed out the fake crap, because there's plenty of real creators, and look at the people that have taken their risks and proclaim to the world, become a risk taker, and you could put yourself in a totally different position in your life if you just simply grind it out for a couple months, a couple viral videos, a couple conversations with the right people can literally change your life. Yeah. It can change your life. You just need to be willing to eat shit for a little while and put the chips down and put the work in when it's time to put the work in, and build skin that is dense, that is thick, because you need to be willing to know, you know what? I might not be succeeding right now, but I'm going to get it. You need to have a delusional level of self-belief within yourself.
I agree.
Delusional level. Like you need to believe in yourself to such a point that people look at you and they're like, you're so dumb for thinking that you could do this. I sat down the other night with my aunt and my uncle, and I looked them dead in the face, and I told them, I guarantee you that I'll be retired by 30. And they looked at me, rolled their eyes. Oh, you're out of your mind. You're crazy. Retired by 30. You're nuts. Watch me.
They just don't understand the way the world works.
Watch me. I might do it by 20. Yeah. I might do it by 20. We might do it by 20. Watch me. I swear to God, I'm going to do it, because I'm willing to put everything on the line to do it. I don't care what people are saying about me. I'll give you a little running onto my life. Again, if you're new to this channel, high school dropout. Yeah. What's going to happen? We shall see. I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen in the near and dear future, because at the end of the day, I don't weigh my value in what I could do for myself, business-wise, with my brain on what a piece of paper states about me. If you want to become a doctor, lawyer, politician, whatever, I understand you got to do the schooling. You know what I mean? I'm not against education, but there's other ways to educate yourself outside of the formal education system.
Yeah.
You could get so smart without showing up to lectures every single day. We have YouTube. Do you know how many millionaires, billionaires are on there that literally show you the formula?
Spit wisdom for free.
Not everyone's selling a course. There's people out here spitting wisdom for free.
Yeah.
It's all free game. You just need to be willing to open your ears a little bit.
Yeah. Another thing. I go to college. I'm in community college. I took social media marketing. They don't teach you how to build a business. And for those of you that go to college, it's it's basics of how Facebook works and all this stuff, and they teach you how all this stuff works that you could get for free, but they don't teach you how to do it on your own.
No.
So you're just learning what everybody else knows.
No.
You know, you have to, like my brother just said, you have to be willing to eat shit, bro. Like, that's the thing that we're both doing. Like, literally, it's 12:30 in the morning, technically, and we're filming a podcast. I don't think any other 17, 18, 19-year-olds are doing this. Like, we literally are willing to eat shit for the next 5 years, and it may sound corny as but you have to be willing to do that. Like, I'm here to document it, and I know it's gonna happen just because, like, this, like, literally this moment.
Yeah, literally, like, this moment in time, like, I'm telling you, like, I have manifested that this podcast and the business that I'm building, which I'm not going to give too much insight into right now because it's not officially launched. I kind of don't want to sneak too much about it. And the business alongside the podcast that I'm going to launch will be a 6-7 figure business within a year, guaranteed.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing.
100%. It's not even a question. I have the perfect plan to do it. And at the end of the day, that's all you guys need to do. Don't tell your parents, "Oh, I'm dropping out, I'm doing this," when you don't have a plan.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of kids will come on this app and be like, "Oh, you don't need college. College is a scam. College is this." But you don't have a plan outside of the traditional education system. And that's why so many people go to college, because they are lost and they're trying to find a way to get a plan.
Yeah, you sound like a fucking dumbass. If
You sound like a dummy.
Yeah.
Now, if you're just bashing college, you make that your whole personality trait. If you don't have the money, correct, to go to college and spend $40, $50, $60, $70, $80,000 annually to get an education, I understand that. There's so many other things that you could explore essentially for free. You could attempt building a clothing business for free. You could attempt drop shipping for free. You could attempt stupid shit. Like you could attempt basically anything if you try hard enough for close to $0. And if you can't do it for $0, get a job. Try something for $500. Try something for $1,000, $2,000. At the end of the day, you're still going to save a shit ton of money with the education you're going to learn in the real world, and you got that outside of the normal education system. But don't not go to college and then settle for just a regular job
Mediocre
that
lifestyle.
pays you
Yeah.
$600 to $800 a week, and you kind of just barely skate by with your bills and whatever else. Or maybe you're still living at home and you're making
There's
that
nothing
money.
wrong with that.
There's
Just
nothing
so-
wrong with
yeah.
that. I'm living at home.
100%.
But I'm young too. I'm 17.
Yeah.
But if you're making that $600 to $800 a week and you're just kind of settling for that money, and you're
Can't.
like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm making my money. Like, I'm chilling right now."
At 21, you should not be able to sleep going home with $600 to $800 a week.
You're not.
I'm not able to sleep like knowing that I bring home $800 to $1,000 a week. That's why I'm fucking doing this right now.
As-
Because if I was able to sleep, I'd be sleeping right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm 17, and it bothers me. You know, I have friends telling me, "Oh, you're killing it. You're doing so good." Because I tell them, like, I serve and like I make a little bit of money because I'm not in school anymore, and they're like, "Oh, you're so this, you're so that. I wish I had that opportunity." Like,
You do.
bro,
You have the
like
opportunity.
you could get it too. Like you have the opportunity, and I don't even have it that good. Like, you
Yeah.
make it sound like I'm making this crazy money. I'll air it out to the internet. If I get lucky on a busy ass work week, I'll be making $1,000 a week. But I'm another part of the plan, which tying back to you have to be willing to die for the shit, is work occupies so much time in a human being's life that if you are in the position that I'm in, where you don't have to worry about bills right now and you're living with your parents, and I don't care how big your house is, how small your house is, whatever. I'm saying you don't have a lot of bills right now. You have time to create something for yourself. You are so young that now is the time to fuck up. And if you set the bar so unbelievably high with your goals and what you want to do, your fail point will be here when your goals were fucking here, and your fucking fail point will be at $100,000 a year or $150,000 a year because you were trying to make $10 million. And you got kids looking at you, "Oh my God, teach me the way, teach me the way." Yo, I set the bar high with what I was doing. I was trying to create a business. I was trying to get it on my own or with my partner or however. And I made it happen for myself. That's it.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but I feel like a large part of knowing the way is literally not knowing the way and just doing it. You know what I mean? Because if everybody knew the way, why don't they teach that in college? If everybody just knew the way, it would be out there already publicly, and it is out there for us to learn on YouTube and all this shit. Like, literally, it's not hard. And you know, that's the thing. I feel like so often I'm like, damn, I'm going to devote this time. I'm going to watch this motivational video. Then I start scrolling on TikTok, and then it's like, oh, there goes the priorities.
Yeah.
And I feel like so many kids can relate to that. You know what I mean?
And it's like listen, like a lot of you guys, like there's a lot of podcasts about girls and you consume a lot of this content about female nature, content about girls. And it's like, so now you understand like female nature to a point, but you haven't changed anything about your daily life to actually make any of that stuff matter. So if you understand, right, like how girls, like sometimes they'll cheat up or whatever they'll do, and it gives you anxiety or it stresses you out, like you still haven't changed anything about your daily life that a lot of these influencers tell you to do. Mm-hmm. They tell you to get in the gym 6 days a week, 5 days a week. They tell you to get your money up, get a job if you don't have a job, and start getting some money on the side. They tell you to get educated, get yourself a mentor or go to school, do something to better your brain. You know what I mean? Like they tell you to do these things so that you boss up in life and you could eventually make more money down the road, be more financially free, be happier, build better relationships. And they tell you to do these things. And a lot of you sit back and you'd rather just consume the content about girls like, oh, girls do this, girls do. Stop blaming girls for all your problems. Mm-hmm. Like, stop. Like, a lot of the problem is you. Yeah. You're telling me every girl that you've had an encounter with has been wrong the entire time? Like, what are you doing? Like, please inform me, what are you doing? Maybe she cheated on you with someone that was working 10 times as hard as you do. Maybe that's why she cheated up.
It's the unfortunate truth, but it's so
maybe
true.
That's why she cheated up, because maybe she fucking saw you playing Xbox all day, smoking pot, not doing anything, and she saw the student athlete on the field 6 hours a day, 8 hours a day in the weight room doing his thing as higher value because he was willing to sacrifice that shit for himself. If she saw you doing your thing with business or whatever else, she would respect you too. It's not about him being an athlete. It's about the work ethic that comes with that.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Why do you think they get respected? Athletes. Why are they so highly paid and so highly respected? Because it takes a certain person to take that risk and gamble to say, I am going to be a professional athlete and make millions of dollars doing it. It's such a select group of people that could do it. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, pay the firefighters more, pay the cops more, pay the teachers more. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, my English teacher can't hit a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. But you know who can? Aaron Judge. Like, he deserves the money. Like, entertainment is like the purest form of joy, and everyone wants to consume entertainment. So stop bitching about all your problems. You know, if you get to work, you could get it like any of these people. I know it sounds corny, but it's all true shit. Like, get to work. I'm telling you, when I wasn't working and I had no income, I was more depressed than I was now. Now I get working, get some income, I'm happier. Start a business, even happier. Why? Because I feel as though I'm leveling up. When you feel yourself, okay, like, and I love being social. I love having my friends. Like, I love doing my thing with people. But there comes a point where you feel different when you've done certain things that you know motherfuckers ain't doing. You know they're not doing it.
Hell yeah.
You know they're not doing it, and it makes you feel good about yourself because you're like, you know what?
It's like, fuck them,
I see
bro.
I see this kid. He's 21. You know what I mean? He's getting money. He's doing good things with his life. He's getting educated. He's smartening up. He's investing his money. He's working hard. He's building businesses. I want to get like him. Then I look at some other people, 21 years old, had even better cards dealt to them, and they're lazy. Yeah. They've accepted their $400, $500 a week. If they're lucky, no chicks, no nothing, because they don't try. Like, you know what you know what I mean? It's not even about the chicks. I'm just saying, 21 years old, they've accepted their life. They fucking accepted their fate. And they're not really doing anything about their life actively to try to change it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to actively want to change it.
Hell yeah. Because
it's not going to happen overnight.
Again, this is another corny statement. You get to choose your hard. Literally in life, it fucking sucks. I work at an ice cream shop. I don't even care if they see this. I work at an ice cream shop, and it's not fun showing up to work. You know what I mean? It's also going to be hard if I put in 100 hours a week on the brand, but I get to choose that. You know, I get to choose my heart. And one might be, I guess, paying the bills, so to speak. But it's not about that, because literally putting in the hours into this will pay itself off.
Because most of
tenfold.
you guys, okay, if you have a nice cell phone and you're watching this TikTok and this shit popped up on your For You page, I guarantee a lot of you are still living with your parents, okay? You got shit paid for.
They're paying your phone bill to watch this
create
video.
a ridiculous, yeah, your parents are paying your phone bill to watch this video. You're creating a ridiculous amount of excuses to not get going with the business because I don't want to lose the money. I don't want to get started.
And I hate to say it, a lot of people use depression
Dude,
as
do
an
you-
excuse. You
do you-
can't do that. We
do you-
all are fucking depressed. I'm sorry, we're all depressed.
Do you think that your $600 a week that you're making is going to continue like being okay in the near future? All right, $600 a week. We'll say $2,500 a month. We'll just say 30 grand a year. Do you know how many years it would take you to reach $1 million? Do you know how many years it would take you to reach $1 million on 600 a week? Which some of y'all are lucky to make 600 a week after taxes.
Yeah.
Do you understand how long it would take you to reach $1 million?
You can't live off that, so why are you settling for it?
You can't live off that comfortably. So why would you settle for it just because you're living with your parents? If you're living with your parents, you are in peak prime position to fucking level up and be like, holy shit, I have all this time right now where I don't have to worry about money. I don't want to wait before it's too late. I'm young. I'm healthy. I got it going. I could set up a camera and start a social media. I could go door to door and hand out flyers and promote my new business for fucking lawn care that I'm starting. Like whatever it is, I swear to God. And this is not only exclusively to guys. You're a girl, you want to start your makeup brand, your shit for beauty. Whatever you want to do, you could get it too. It's not only about guys. Whoever's watching this video, I want you to be inspired by it. I'm not saying that I've made it. I'm in the best position. I'm this, I'm that. But you know what? I'm blessed to have 250,000 fucking fans.
Yeah.
And family members and followers that follow me and want to become a part of the journey. I'm blessed to have 10,000 followers on YouTube. Like these are things that a lot of people probably will never even achieve by the end of their life.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I
Because
think
they were
that-
too
yeah.
scared to pursue it. I know damn well when I first started this podcast, I was nervous about what people were going to say at
So
school.
true.
I was
Yeah.
nervous about what my parents were going to say. I was nervous about what everyone was going to say, my girl, everyone. And you know what? There came a day where I was just like, if I don't start, I'll never know where I could have been. And that's going to torture me more than giving a shit what these people thought about me. So I said, fuck it. I'm going in. The first 2 weeks, I think I climbed to 200,000 followers.
Yeah.
The first 2 weeks. And if that's not a telltale sign that I could do it again, watch me. I'll do it again.
Yeah.
I'll do it again. I'll triple it.
And I think a lot of people think that this like came so easy for us. Like we had the idea to start a podcast and then we just did it. And then it was like all the success came or whatever. And even now, like we're not like crazy successful. You know what I mean? There's like not a lot of money rolling in like doing this.
No.
You know? But like a lot of people like think it's like this magical moment that happens. You know the fucking magical moment? It was walking around the block feeling depressed as that we had fucking no subscribers and like shit wasn't and
Bro,
like
we were pulling up, right, to the bowling alley every single day, like cutting, like not
in straight denial.
like failing our grades, like not giving a shit, like not working out as much as we should, just like being lazy and depressed about the positions that we were in life and accepting that position. And there came a point where we literally had to get each other like, you know what, like we need to snap out of it because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, us in 30 years, we're going to be even more depressed when we look back and we're like, oh my God, I spent those years young worried about me being depressed when I could have just said, you know what? I understand that I have a feeling right now. You know, I have a depressed feeling. I'm not depressed. Right now, I'm just going through a little bit of a hard time mentally. I can overcome this.
And this is not to knock people going through mental
No,
shit.
it's
because
not.
That is so fucking
not.
hard. Like everybody has dealt with it.
Yeah.
But don't let that hold you back because you're in control.
Once you could literally like, and I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
I have not done it yet. I'm in the process of doing it, which is why I want this to be reasonable content for you. If you fail right now, it's totally okay,
A-okay.
because you're going to get back and you're going to be good. I swear to God, you're going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
When you're feeling down on yourself, depressed, however you're feeling, right? I want you to do your best to gain a control of your emotions like this. Sometimes in life you're here, sometimes in life you're here. as much as you can, try to bring yourself back to here, even when you're up here with your motivation, your happiness, everything. Try to bring yourself back down to a baseline, because honest to God truth, it's better to be at baseline and consistent, right? Even if it's not at 110%, even if it's at 80%, because that 80% consistent will always do more than the 110% and then 0%. 110, 0, 110, 0. That smooth, consistent 80, 85% going hard will always beat that, because you've produced more content. You've just done more. You've been in the gym more. You know what I mean? You could set the goal of, I want to go to the gym 7 days a week. Then you start fucking up and you're only going 3 days a week, 2 days a week. And you're like, oh, I'm not going as hard as I should. Maybe if you would have set the goal to go 4 times a week, you would have started, then maybe you would have fell in love with going to the gym. That 6 days a week would have came effortlessly.
Yeah, and you can't just do shit when you feel like you want to do shit. Because if everybody just did shit when they wanted to do shit, nobody would show up to work. The only reason why I show up to work is because I know that if I don't show up to work, there's going to be a consequence.
Yeah.
And like literally, like show up for yourself. I think my brother said it before, but literally just show up for yourself. A lot of people, like when you tell yourself it's time to work, you don't put in the hours. And that's like a slap in the face to yourself. You're saying, fuck your dreams, fuck your passion. I'm going to go show up and make somebody else more money. And you're basically saying, fuck yourself. How depressing is that? Don't let that be you. I'm not making that me. I'm not making that my brother. Cannot be me. Literally, like, I'm not going to fucking shit on myself. Like, I'm going to show up every day and do the best that I can. And I know there's going to be days when we don't even want to do this, but we're going to do it.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah, and you need to learn to harness your emotions and kind of master them in a way, because when you have those highs and have those lows, when you have those highs, you go all out. Oh, I want to do this, and that. And then mentally you burn out because you've seen no results for X amount of time and you're like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. Whereas if you just got yourself to a consistent point with your emotions, where even when you were in your deepest depressed times, you formed the habit of going to the gym, creating that content, showing back up to work, and you created that habit, I swear to God, you're going to build thick enough skin to where you're going to be okay on even worse days. I'm telling you from experience. I know it sounds weird to take it from a 17-year-old kid. I've been through a lot. I'm telling you I have. Like, I've been through a lot with my mental health. I've been through a lot with my physical health. I've been through issues that people don't know shit about. And I'm not here looking for a pity party. I'm in a much better position than I've ever been. Yep. And that's because I willed myself out of the bad positions. I did.
Yeah.
Really, I did.
I will say, don't hope somebody's going to save you. Nobody's going to save you.
Save yourself, G.
Yeah, save yourself, bro. Literally, whatever you're going through, you're going to make it through it. But just save yourself.
No one's coming with that beautiful golden ticket to be like, this is the trick to not be depressed. This is the trick to make $1 million. This is the trick to do this. Someone might ignite the flame. Someone might spark that in you. This video might spark that in you to say, you know what? I'm going to go in my endeavors. I don't give a fuck what the kids in my school think. I don't give a shit what my teacher thinks, parents, aunts, uncles, cousins. I don't care what they think. I'm going in on my goals, dreams, business. I'm pursuing it. Or I want to become a lawyer, doctor. I'm pursuing it. That's you. You do that for yourself. But my point is, if you allow that external to really fuck you, bring you down, destroy you, break you, you're going to stay there. You're going to stay there. You're going to be trapped. It's no good. You know what I mean? So harness your emotions, stay baseline, and be consistent.
Yeah, and if any two set of brothers get it, like life, it's us. Like, we have so much perspective. You
shoot me a DM, I will respond. Yeah. You shoot me or him a DM. I'm on Instagram at Luke_Del Priore.
Dario
LDP,
Del Priore.
My initials. Wow. You follow him on Instagram at Dario Del Priore. Same way to spell it. DARIODELPRIORE. I'm telling you, you DM us, absolutely I'll write you back. Just to give you some insight on what's going on in my life, how I could try to give you some guidance into your life. I'm not going to charge you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to do that right now. Like that's not what I'm doing. I'm just trying to give out free help the same way people have given us free help that's changed our lives and forced us to do better. And listen, we are not in a position to where we're even making substantial enough money off social media. We haven't paid off the set yet. The amount of work we've put into this podcast, we still haven't paid off the set. So it seems like, oh, it was an overnight success, 200,000 followers, this, that, and the third. It's cool. Like, we built up a following, but it happened so quick. And we literally almost weren't ready for it.
We didn't even monetize.
We didn't monetize. Like all this stuff happened so quick. We've made basically, we still haven't paid off the set, let alone the cameras and everything. Like,
we kind of made moves with the podcast that normal people would make in like a 5-year to 10-year span in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And then like we didn't know how to handle it. You know what I mean? So then we kind of like stopped posting a little bit.
Yeah.
My brother started working. I started working more hours. And then we're like, fuck, like we're not shooting the podcast as much.
Yeah. And the problem was we started to, like we were saying before, settle for, you know, the money that we were making, because you feel good when you're making some money. You know, you get that dopamine, you get that excitement, like, oh, I'm working hard, I'm showing up to work and I'm getting my money. But I'm telling you, I just spoke to a millionaire the other day, and it's not bullshit. He explained to me that he got his money when he had $600 to his name, and he literally forced the brand that he built to become successful through constant hard. Like he said, like when you don't give yourself another option other than to win, and you don't give yourself that anxiety and that pressure, you have to win. You have to win because you don't have a choice. If you make it your only source of income, your only priority to zone in on one business and grind the shit out of it, and you will force that business to be successful. I'm telling you, that's how it works.
Yeah, your point. Kid.
Listen, you little eater. You promised yourself 5 months ago that you would start going to the gym. You promised yourself 5 months ago you would start a business. You promised yourself 5 months ago you would stop tripping over girls. You promised yourself 5 months ago that you would finally get to it. And look at you now, scrolling. Look at you now. You're doing the same shit. When are you going to break the cycle? When are you going to say, I want to be the first millionaire in my family? When are you going to say, love at a young age does not pay? It's not a matter of being unhappy, right? It's not a matter of being unhappy. It's a matter of prioritizing and doing things at the right time for yourself. Maybe you're not in the position to have a girl when you have no income. If you're making, this is my take on it. I think if you're making less than $800 a week, you shouldn't even be fucking thinking about a relationship. No way. You don't have your life in order even in the slightest. Not even in the slightest. Even if you're making the $800 a week, if you don't have any career goals and you're just going to settle for that, how the hell are you going to support a family on $800 a week? Do you want to live in poverty? Are you okay with living in poverty? If you're okay with it, then you could scroll past this video. You could just be like, all right, I've accepted my life as, you know, your regular $800 a week guy. And you know what gets me so fucking fired up about this shit? Right now, I'm the $800 a week guy. He's $800 a week guy. But we are actively in the process of breaking that cycle. And by next year, we will be 6 and 7 figure earners guaranteed.
That's crazy.
Guaranteed. I don't have a doubt in my mind. Bro, I don't have a doubt in my mind. I really do see it. Like there's
so
nothing.
do I. There's nothing that we
I have pure self. Like I have nothing but pure self-belief, because there is nothing to limit us from doing it. We have every asset necessary. Like we are taking advantage of everything, and you should do it too. You should absolutely do it too. It sounds corny, and it's like, because I know you trolls are going to be in the comment, oh, I'm not taking advice from a 17-year-old. He's fucking stupid. What does he know about the world? Listen, you don't have to take advice from me, but you're going to be very upset when you see by next year the position that I'm in as an 18-year-old kid, and you're going to scroll back to my account and you're going to delete that comment and be like, bro, teach me your ways. It's too late. It's too late. I can't teach you anymore because you didn't want to fuck with me when I was down here. Now you want me when I'm up here? No way. My boy was here the other day, and he was telling me how many people did not mess with him when his clothing business was down in the dirt. They didn't mess with him when his money was low. And he popped the fuck off within a couple months, blew up, making hundreds of thousands, flexing the sports cars, flexing the cribs, flexing the money. Now everyone wants to be around him. Check out what he's doing. See how he's been. See where he was. Bro, what? Yeah. You're gonna come in late now after he already made something of himself and be like, yo, let me dick ride. No, it's too late. It's too late.
Yeah,
it's too late.
I agree.
So definitely support your friends and support your friends' businesses, and make sure. Okay, and this is the last topic that we're gonna touch on for today's pod. Make sure that your group and those boys that you chill with are influencing you to do better things, and they don't put up and they don't create self-limiting beliefs in your own head. Because literally whatever you set your brain to and you actively pursue to the fullest that you're willing to literally kill and die for, you will absolutely succeed in doing, guaranteed 100% of the time. That's only if you're fully committed. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that say, oh, I'm fully committed. But if you're really fully committed, you will be really fully successful. You know what I mean? Guaranteed. If I don't make it, I wasn't fully committed. I know it because I could have been going harder. I could have made one more video that went viral. I could have had one more episode that got a bunch of views down the road. I could have had one more piece of clothing that popped off. I wasn't going as hard as I should have if I don't make it. You need to literally lay it all on the line and have your friends support everything that you do, and have your friends that are getting money, that are networking, that are gaining educations from other people on what they did, how they got their money, what they did. Like you can't expect to just get rich one day off not having these conversations. Even if your plan is to, I'm just going to go to college and just like get my education and then just move from there. That's not like an active plan. That's not being proactive.
Yeah, exactly.
You're living a passive lifestyle and you're just kind of following the group and the cycle of what people want to do. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're okay with just living that lifestyle, that's totally fine. But a lot of you guys are like, oh yeah, one day I'll be a millionaire, but you're actively not trying to become a millionaire. You don't just wake up one day and you're like, oh my God, I have $1 million, unless you won the lottery. Like, that does not happen. You need to actively pursue the money, especially if your goal is to become a millionaire. Like, you can't just expect it and be like, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire after I get my business degree. Like, and I'm not bashing college. I think college is awesome for a lot of people, but it's just, that's not a very proactive plan. You know what I mean? If you really want something and you really mean it, I want to become a millionaire, then you need to be proactive about actually becoming a millionaire, because realistically, not that hard.
Yeah, don't put your fate in the hands of other people. Literally, what he said yesterday. A lot of people are like chasing brands, like, oh, sponsor me, do this for me, please, and DMing them and all this stuff. We are the brand. Bro, you come to me when you want a deal. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, it's just different when you have that. You think fucking Charlie D'Amelio is writing Fashion Nova on Instagram? Oh my God, please let me collab.
Nah, she built her brand.
Never in a million years. And they're writing her and she's giving them a price.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
it's just different.
Like I've seen kids that came from literally like,
don't do that. You're going to light the fucking tablecloth
like the classic rags to riches story. Like, oh, it's a crapshoot. It barely happens. No, it's just the people that set their mind to doing what they want to do. They avoid the bullshit. They avoid the drama. They keep their head down. They grind, hustle, and focus. And they're the people that get it. I'm telling you, guaranteed every time. Every time. What sets LeBron out differently from other people? What set Kobe out differently from other people? I'm just using basketball as the analogy right now. Mentality, okay? You see killer mentalities in both of them. And the willingness to just want to be the best. Literally willing to die for it. Kobe's mentality, he was always willing to die for the game. Literally to die for it.
It's crazy. That's just the difference.
It's literally all the difference. Yeah. Like you need to be all in committed. But
that's mentality. That has nothing to do with how good Kobe was at the sport.
No, it is
because he wouldn't have become that good at the sport if his mentality wasn't the way it was.
Kobe didn't. You think Kobe was born banking threes out the womb? No, it was all practice and mentality, grind, hustle, whatever you want to say. Well, like whatever hustle, grind, like whatever word you want to use for it. It was all repetition, work ethic. Kobe set his head down and just did his thing. You see in interviews when he talks about, right, my competition would wake up at a certain time, work till this time, do this. Whereas if I woke up 5 hours earlier than them, I had an extra workout session. He's like, then I could train this hour, then I could train this hour. Now I outwork them by another 4 hours and I trained an extra day than they did. Now when it's time to get on the court, you can't say that you put more hours in than me. I worked harder than you did, so I'm going to perform better than you. It's that simple.
Yeah, it's not rocket
science. He had
science.
the extra hours. It's not rocket science. That's what sets these people out. and sets them apart from the rest. You think Kobe hasn't gone through depression? You think every human being on this planet hasn't gone through depression? I can guarantee you that you would be less depressed if you were in a great financial situation. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
That freedom.
Because so many people are depressed over their money. They're depressed over their career. They're depressed. Pick a business and just go in.
Yeah.
Just go in. I'm telling you, it's really not that difficult. Invest some money in crypto. Mess around. Learn. Mess up. Make some mistakes. Just start going in. Start learning, educating yourself, and gaining knowledge about what's going on in the world and how you can make money. Like, just start.
Yeah, I think a lot of people overcomplicate it. Like, if you don't know what you want to do, figure out what you want to do.
Yeah.
Like, that might sound so simple, but literally try a bunch of different things.
Try as many weird, stupid ass things as you could do. If you enjoy making podcasts, start a podcast. You enjoy making clothing, do that. You enjoy selling sneakers, sell sneakers.
Even if you don't, do it to figure out if you like it or you don't.
If you enjoy OF, do OF. There are
Figure it
so
out,
many
yeah.
different strange avenues to make money in today's society. Just start. Try as many things as you possibly can. You want to learn real estate? Fuck it. Learn real estate. Try as many strange things as you possibly can.
You might find a passion you had
and
no idea
you might
knew.
find something that you didn't know you will like doing. And you just start. And at the end of the day, you're not going to love doing everything, especially in the beginning. Like, you become passionate about the things that you're good at. You know what I mean? I don't love showing up to work every day and serving people breakfast because you know what? At the end of the day, I can't scale that up. But I love coming down here and filming a podcast and speaking to you guys because I fucking know that I'm one video away from popping off. I'm one clip away from popping off. I'm one this away from my first $1 million. You know what I mean?
It's not about popping off. It's about like actually like this video is going to be seen by so many people and it's about actually like we love you guys. Like genuinely, like from the bottom of our hearts. Like you watching this right now, this clip, whatever this is going to be. We appreciate the fuck out of you. Like that you've even stayed through this long. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, like if you
know, I don't care if this video pops off. You guys are here.
And it might be and it might only be 100 people, but you know what? 100 more people than the next guy had. You know what I mean? It could turn into 1 million people in a second. And it will. You know what I mean? We're manifesting it now that we have a smaller account. So I think we touched on a lot of stuff. Keep your head down, grind, focus, and trust the process, and we're all going to be good. I'll see you guys for the next episode. I look forward to it, and I'll catch y'all for the next one.